Gladiator 2 is directed by Ridley Scott, starring Paul Mescal, Connie Nielson, Denzel Washington, and Pedro Pascal, and is the sequel to the much beloved original Gladiator film starring Russel Crowe, which was released in 2000. I was only 3 at the time. Didn't watch the movie until much later. I rewatched the movie recently to get ready for this movie. Overall, I was a little bit puzzled by the review scores of this film, how it was quite a lot lower than the 8.5 that the original Gladiator still has. But overall, I was still intrigued to see the movie. It looked really good, just like the production design, just by the trailers, and it's definitely something that that Ridley Scott has been wanting to make for quite some time now. So I saw it with a friend last night, and I really enjoyed this. I mean, the direction, the production design, the set design, the cinematography, it's just all off the charts. It's just an incredible work by Ridley Scott, who is 90 years old now, and he's still making movies as great as this, which is really saying something. And overall, I am a little confused of why it has a much lower rating than the first one, because I thought this film was kind of in the same quality territory as the original Gladiator. Of course, Russel Crowe isn't in this one, but overall, it was a really fun watch. It was really brutal and violent, as what you would expect from a Gladiator movie. There was great acting from all the cast. Denzel Washington was really good in his villainous role. He was very dominating. He was very deceiving, and he was very evil, which is good. That's what you want from a villain. Mel Gibson was actually in this movie for a bit, and you see him get beaten to a pulp, which was kind of funny. I mean, like, poor Mel Gibson, but still, it was a shock to see him in the movie. But there he was, and I think he got killed actually in like a really brutal fist fight. That was kind of funny. Overall, it's basically just a movie that follows in the footsteps of the original, but it's not trying to like steal, from the original's glory. It's just kind of trying to continue the story in the best way that it can. I also really liked the music in this. The music was just as good as the original. It's very gritty, it's very euphoric, it's very reverent, it's very reminiscent of that time in Rome. And overall, I thought Rome itself was very well realised in this movie. It was so alive and breathing and very lush and detailed. It was teeming with life. It was very believable I mean, looking at this movie and thinking this is what ancient Rome was like. I was lucky enough to travel to Rome in 2010 when I was 13 with my family, and I have actually seen the Colosseum up close itself, and it's such a magnificent landmark, and it's still amazing, and it's still standing after all these years. And overall, I am interested in Rome, and I am very interested in the Roman Empire and how it rose and how it fell, what it stood for, what its weaknesses were. And the movie really communicates that well. It really educates you kind of like what the Roman Empire is all about. It's all about like a dream of power that's easily corruptible by evil men, and kind of like trying to redefine what the true dream of Rome is, and which is freedom, which is the message of the movie. But overall, I really liked this movie. I thought the acting was great. I thought the direction was great. I thought the cinematography was incredible. It was very impactful, and I think I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10, a perfect score. I really did enjoy this movie. It's definitely one of Ridley Scott's best works. Definitely one of his best sequels. I'm not sure if he's done sequels previously. I know he did Alien 3. No, actually no, that was David Fincher. But this was an incredible sequel by Ridley Scott. I highly recommend that you go see this if you love Ridley Scott's work, and if you love the original Gladiator. Overall, I just really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend you see it. So that's my review. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care. Thank you.